I heard a dink.
That was you inviting Tony to the call.
How do you know that?
Because it pops up on the window.
Oh, wow. So did it pop up before?
Like 30 times. It just hasn't worked yet.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad to know that was popping up because I was feeling pretty left out there and it wasn't working. Okay, well, let me get Tony here to where he don't feel too left out either. Okay, Tony? Okay, did you get the invite that time? Nothing up in the right on that bell. Okay, we just don't, I don't know what to tell you. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing. Let's see here. Okay, if anybody on here knows anything about how to walk somebody through this, that would be cool. We can't get Tony on, and so maybe we'll take a question from a couple of different people or something and see if we can just do it that way. Jesse, what do you think about that?
Well, if you read the question to Tony over the phone and we can hear him on speakerphone, then that'll work.
Yeah, that's something like what I was thinking. I mean, I guess it hopefully won't do too bad of an echo or nothing. And yes, Janet, we are hearing each other now. And did I hear that Janet Woods was stopped or whatever on iHub? Is that right, Jesse?
That's right.
Ah, cool. Nice to meet you on here with the different names of the Pro guy. Okay, well. Okay, Tony? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, well, we can't. I don't know what to do. I can't invite you anymore. I can, but it's just not working. We're not getting you.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna start a Google Hangout quick, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna send an invite back to you.
Yeah, but I can't sign out of this one to go into that one, or to kill this one.
No, you can't. But don't worry, because what I'm hoping is that my computer,
maybe
if I start one,
yeah.
set all the settings properly.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Try that. That definitely might work. I've got a first question. I'm going to scroll through them and get a couple questions to where we're kind of ready, and I guess I'll check with you in 2 minutes to where we're not leaving everybody hanging too much. It's been a long time already. But just, in fact, I'll just leave you on. Just yell at me when you're ready here. Okay, so I'm going to scroll through and get a couple of these questions, talk to a couple there, I guess. And Janet Woods, I will lead with that question that I just on the 831 question. I figure we'll just assault you right from the start, Tony.
I think hey Nathan, I'm going to take a question here.
Yeah.
And this one's for you.
Uh-oh.
Why do you hate APRU so much?
This is an interview with Tony. So basically, I'm going to claim my. What amendment is it? Somebody help me out here. I don't hate our APRU at all. I got nothing against APRU. Any of the stuff I said about APRU is when people are on iHub crying, "Woo! This stuff's going to the moon. It's going to $5. Yeehaw! Woo-hoo! And it's at like 0.6, and it's obvious it's and it's just not worth what it's at, and that's just something I can back up. The way I do my investing publicly, and I had spoken out on there, it would definitely not be something I could back up and jump on board with. Some people are telling me how I should talk about it, and I should talk about it however I feel, and I feel it was overvalued, and APRU, I can't jump behind the stock price and rally and be all woohoo, it's going to the moon. There needs to be value, and the first question that I just said I was going to lead off with was for Tony was, why isn't the deal closed yet? You know, I mean, come on, they're not even set up. How are you going to expect me to jump behind it? But that's why it shouldn't be about a question about me. It was supposed to be a little bit more different light here. But I'm all for answering a question and being put on the spot. That's fine. I don't hate them. I love the deal. And at what Bill paid, I hope they would do it again. If that answers the question. Does that do it?
I think that's a good answer.
Yes, sir.
I have the answer to the question.
About why I hate APRU? Do you really?
No, about why we haven't closed the Apple Rush deal.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have the answer about why you're not on this Hangout yet, or no?
I'm trying. I'm actually rebooting.
Okay. Well, why don't we just try and answer that first question? You can hear Tony, right, Jesse?
Yeah, we can hear him. Everybody can hear him.
Awesome. Then, Tony, I guess the first question for you is, word for word, they wanted to know why the hell that deal didn't close on 8/31.
Nobody should. You know, the 18 that was published didn't actually change the closing date for accounting purposes. Okay? Reasonably get the audit in 75 days as required by the SEC. So we had to switch the closing to the 31st of August to give us time to finish the audit. The audit has taken us much longer than we anticipated. They hadn't done any audits, or they hadn't done any books for like 3 years. So the stuff they finally gave us didn't match. When we got the hard copy paperwork, it didn't match what was even in the QuickBooks files that we had. So we had to, our auditors and CFO squad that just came on board, they couldn't get it done fast enough. So it's not that it's not closed, it's just that it's not closed for reporting purposes required by ROLA to be audited.
Okay, and you extended that. I'll just ask more on that question. You extended it to 8/31, and it was just an on or around type of time. So basically, it wasn't an exact date. It's just an on or around. So soon is what the closing date is.
Well, you know, the transaction, you know, we've paid for it, okay? But the transaction closing date, as far as accounting goes, is what was changed, okay? So we changed the accounting date because if you don't file within 75 days with FINRA and the SEC, it causes some other issues with Livewire, okay? Because Livewire has to roll up the financials, and they couldn't roll up the financials because they couldn't get them audited fast enough.
Well, that makes sense. And also, by the way, Janet, I need to tone down my joking around with Tony Nish a bit, because he kind of figured that we wasn't assaulting him on it, and I didn't mean to make it sound like you were assaulting him on it. I was just kind of ribbing him a bit there, and in that same light, I don't mind answering the hard-hitting questions right off the bat. Once we figure out all this technology and stuff, he don't mind answering anything like that. I seen Jesse post on here while Tony reboots, and we hopefully get it live to where we can see him. I seen him post that he's looking for some more questions, and I guess I should ask Jesse, what question was that for me? For me.
Whose question was that?
Yeah, who asked me that question?
Those were your friends on the APRU board.
Yeah, I know. Which friend?
I saw Michelle and I saw Bob.
Oh, Michelle and Bob. Yeah, yeah. You figure they'd want to know. They can't just ask. Yeah, I got you. Well, they use their questions up, so I guess somebody needs to ask questions, though, if they have them, because we definitely want to get them, and I see them coming in now, so that's great. And landlord, dude, how are you doing? Long time no see. Hope everything's going good with your journey there that you're on. That's pretty cool stuff. I've followed along. What's going on with the chews? Are they selling? If so, where and how much reorders? Well, dude, that's just... What do you want? You want a fluff answer? I mean, I don't know how... Jesse, do you want to pass that along? I mean, I don't know how I could answer that. Tony, I guess just go for it. Are the chews selling?
Yeah, chews are selling. We're getting reorders in many different areas of the country. Vitamin Shop reorders every week. All right, we
That's
get
cool.
orders from Vitamin Shop every single week. We get a purchase order from them. So, part of what is going on with them is they bought sour apples for all 600 stores, but only bought the other flavors for like 120 stores. So they want to see what's so fast. They're resetting their inventories and things like that. So, what my goal was, and we're still working on, finalizing the program for them to be able to do some sort of a promotion.
That and
I'm trying to get my computer to reboot.
And Michelle, I'm just kidding too there. Ask away. We can. And Jesse, did you tell him all about the probiotic and everything?
Not too much. I didn't want to steal Tony's thunder. I mean, that's his baby this week.
Well, Tony, how far do you think you are from having that rebooted?
I can't even get it shut down right now. It's being a prick. I'm trying to force quit and get it shut down, but Google Chrome has it locked up.
Dude, why don't you just hold your button down for 8 seconds, man? Let that stuff crash.
Well, that's what I've been doing.
Man, you got a bad computer. You've been playing. You've been going to them.
I got a MacBook Pro, dude.
That's what I'm saying. You got an Apple. Stinking Apple people.
Yeah, you're funny.
Yeah, I know. I try.
Hey, guess what?
No.
I think it's rebooting.
Cool.
It's rebooting.
Okay. Jesse says he didn't steal the thunder on it, so I won't steal much thunder either, but I want to have Tony tell us about the 7-day probiotic, and I can say on that there will be a really neat, that's a neat product, and it's a standalone type of product with a different name and a whole different approach that should put Livewire in lots of different markets and lots of different lights. I wish there was something you could look at besides me or Jesse while Tony's talking, but we're going to have to split the love up here and change it to Jesse because, I could do a screen share. I'm going to try that since we can't get Tony on. But in the meanwhile, while he's rebooting, Tony, why don't you tell us a little, is it a good time for you to tell us about the 7-day probiotic for a little while?
Yeah, I can talk about 7-day probiotic for it.
Okay, so while he's rebooting here, Tony's going to tell you about the 7-day probiotics. And if anybody's got any questions or any cannabis-related information or research or questions or something you want to say, pop it up here and we'll kind of talk about it and hash it all out in there and somebody will comment. But Tony, go ahead, man. Tell them about this awesome new product.
7-day probiotic was developed. Obviously, we announced the probiotic line early in the year, and we invested a large amount of money into IDEA, and we decided that it was probably best to launch our product first because we were going to launch in a different method with the different deliveries. This 7 days in one bottle versus the little packet. The little packets are a great opportunity, and when we get into a situation where IDEA can stand on its feet a little bit without having all the money being funded by Livewire, that product will be launched. So, we feel that, this gives us a great opportunity because it's different and nobody else in the marketplace that find is really doing it this way.
That's cool stuff. And hopefully we'll have somebody have a question about that, about what you just said or something. I was trying to go to the page right now to kind of show a picture, which most people have probably seen it. If you haven't, you can go to facebook.com/Livewire Ergogenics and check it out. I've got the screen share up, I think. Hopefully you can share.
Okay, try to add me again once quick.
Can anybody see the screen share, or is it like going, whoa?
Oh, it's going whoa right now. Switch to mine.
That's kind of cool, though. But can you see the
Okay,
7-day
try to add me
probiotic,
again.
Jesse?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, cool.
Can we
what's
see
that?
Tony?
Tony, did you...
Yeah, try to add me again now. I have my browser back open.
Okay, I'm going to have to change back to people and go out of the Twilight Zone here. Hang on. Okay, that's back to me. Jesse was all slick about it. He made a paper just for this to where like he didn't have to be on camera. That was slick. Hang on.
Well, I think I might be wasn't getting it because my camera wasn't on, maybe.
Jeez, dude. Hang on here. Let me find you. Okay, I'm almost inviting. But you should see all the old invites, man. There should be a stack of them there.
There's not.
I doubt you're going to get a new one then.
I'm looking for the thing for the camera. I'm just looking on the...
We'll get this going right. If not, here for this show thing in a while, and we'll have it right for something else. This is just...
Well, I tried entering another one or whatever, you know, and it said I need to turn your camera on. Okay, turn my camera on. So I wonder if that was maybe the problem, that my camera wasn't on. Maybe. I don't even know where to turn the camera on from. You got it.
All right, well, while he's working on that, I think we've got another pretty good question here. I think we should pull this one out. This is coming from James Parker, and the question is, are you still working on RSHN, which is RushNet, and what is the current status on it?
Basically, RushNet, I'm working on it, but I can't make any comment until something happens. You know, I'm working on a few different things, and obviously, until
I can't hear you, Nathan. I don't know if I'm the only one or not.
Okay, hang on one sec, Tony. Okay, Jesse, did you say you can't hear me?
I couldn't hear you when you put the phone down, I guess, near the speaker or near the microphone.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to have to hold it while Tony's explaining.
Yeah, I think so. But what is he going to explain?
Well, he was explaining something about RushNet before we couldn't hear anything.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
I heard that he was working on it, and that's about where it stopped.
Well, that's pretty much what it was. I mean, same kind of thing there. I mean, there's just certain questions that they're just not going to be able to say much on, but I will have him re-answer that one right now when I pop him up. And I seen your message. I will hold the phone up since you guys can hear it better like that too. And I seen Jason's here. That's cool. Nice to see Jason. That's maybe if Jason had a question or something, that'd be awesome, and we'd ask that too. And we'll just have to do them by phone here, most likely. And make sure everybody gets in a question if you've got one, because I will make sure to try and ask one for everyone. And I'm going to do one more invite for And if it doesn't do it, we're just going to go to the phones and do it that way, because this is not working. And I think it's on his end because all of us are in here. And if anybody else wants to be on the Hangout part, Jason, anybody, we'll pop you on here. We'll say what's up and put you right on, and you could be just like right there where Jesse is right now. Hey, Jesse. I think this is live. Okay, cool, it is live. I'm making sure where we were. Okay, so on Tony. Tony, I sent you another invite, so maybe you'll get that. Oh, that was what that ding was. Hopefully you get that. In the meanwhile, they didn't hear your answer about RSHN, so I'm going to hold the phone up, and if you could do that again, that'd be cool.
Until I can make a comment on RSHN, I can't make a comment. I'm working on it, but there's nothing I can say. There's nothing to talk about, and I can't make a public comment until I get something settled with it. So, you know, I mean, I say don't even ask any more questions about it, because as soon as I can make a comment, I will. I'm not making a comment because I don't want to. I'm not making a comment because I can't.
Okay, so that's his answer. You heard it there, and I'm gonna put him down to kind of mess with his internet there. And with RushNet, man, he can't comment on stuff. Anything that's about RushNet is already public, and people figure out on for themselves. And that is most of what's out there. The debt, the deals with different places. It's all been shared all over iHub. Everybody knows what all the problems are, and it's all money issues with this stuff in a public way there. If they ain't got the money, they can't make it work, and if they had some way to work the money, they're not going to be able to disclose it and talk about it until they can disclose it and talk about it, and I guess that's the answer. I'm kind of rephrasing in a different way and hoping you heard what he said there. And actually, Jason, Bill wasn't invited. We couldn't get it put together soon enough to get him here and get everybody going the way it was, and we're hoping to invite him to a different show sometime. In fact, we've got a wording with the CEO from a different company other than Livewire or any of the Livewire companies to be on this show here in 3 weeks, and it'll just be different people, and Bill will be an awesome guest to have on here. And another thing about it is we definitely didn't, it's a good thing it wasn't this time, because we didn't really get this all worked out too well. Somebody nice got a Chromebook for Tony. See, now I'll agree with that. That's something. I don't know. The Chromebooks are cheap and easy from what I've heard. Okay, Jesse, what's next, dude? You know better other questions. What do you think?
All right, let's see what we got here. There's been a whole bunch of questions. I think.
Yes, Tony.
We got a phone call.
It's nothing to do with us. It's all on your end, Tony. You need to get your stuff figured out and get a Chromebook or something, or get a different computer. I don't know. It's on your end, and I can try to run through it with you, dry run again. But the only cluster about it is we can't get you involved. We can't get you to see the invite. That's the only problem we're having right now. Everything else has been fixed. I don't either. And if you were on Windows, I might know more. I don't even know, man. I'm sorry. I think maybe we'll get one more question or something. Hang on one sec. Hang on. So how many more questions is there, Jesse? I mean, you got a couple more we could ask? Anything you think?
I think we could do about 3 or 4 more. I mean, Stockbroken's asking a bunch, so.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to make sure everybody gets 1 or 2 or something, but I am not just going to keep reading them from the same person and slapping everything around for sure. We'd rather get it when we have everything working. And like Tony was wanting to know if we could do it later this week to get something, then that would be great.
I mean, we could do it Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday night if it's the best.
Yeah.
You know, at least we could have a real thing going and we could figure it out, you know?
And Michelle wants to know a little something about the Apple Rush relaunch.
Michelle, I am working on launching Apple Rush, and I will be making an announcement real soon. There's there's a lot into the process. We have to get samples, and we've got to get some different things, and you know, we've got a lot of the pieces in place already. I've got all the artwork, the UPC codes. I've got all that stuff done. You know, we're close. I think that you just need to watch, and as soon as I can make an official announcement, I will.
Well, that's a good enough answer for what can be expected. I mean, it's kind of the same situation as RushNet on the can't say nothing type of thing, but in a whole better light. Tony has cleaned that company up, and there's so much more going for that company now, and it's in a lot better position than it was.
All right, try to invite me again. Hurry up. I'll give you one more chance.
Give me one more chance. We're giving you one more chance, and then we don't even have to eject you. Hang on one sec.
So while Nathan is pushing the magic buttons over there, like I was saying a little bit earlier, we want to try and do this thing every week, every other week, depending on, you know, if we've got something to talk about. And I know Nathan's got plenty of things to talk about. And I've called Tony before, and he won't stop talking, so we should have some fun stuff up ahead. I know this week hasn't exactly gone as we'd like, but the future shows certainly will.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Broncos scored, and they're now up 10-0 over the Colts. I don't know. Anybody a football guy here? That doesn't mean too much to me.
Hang on.
I'm a Yankees baseball guy. All right, so looking.
I think the big thing with the Broncos is they lost big last year, and everybody's all over that one guy. I don't know much about football either. Okay, if we was to give away a shirt to somebody, how would we pick, since we're talking football, how would we pick our MVP for this show? In other words, whose questions here, who's put up with the most crap, who's been running this thing on this? I guess it's not on the right-hand side for maybe people that are watching. It might be on the bottom. But in the comments and stuff, if everybody who's been watching could just kind of pop out a name. Whoever you've seen here that's just been over and over and it's been really helpful in helping us try to get some questions and stuff for this, if you could type their name down to where we could give them a prize package with a T-shirt and some stuff, that would be awesome, because we would like to give somebody a prize here while this show is going on. So if you could type down whoever the MVP is here, that'd be awesome. It would be a big help.
Did we hang up on Tony?
No, I put him down to try, and I don't think he's getting on. You're not getting on, are you? Okay.
So,
Do we have?
I'm signed on,
Okay. We'll do something like that. Hang on one sec. Let me get you back on speaker here. Jesse, is there one more question from somebody?
Well, I have a question. I've got a question,
Okay.
and then I'll find another one.
Okay, well, we'll take yours because, yeah.
All right, well, my question, Tony, is I ordered my probiotics the day the PR came out. Did they ship yet? I want them.
Uh-oh, you got an irate customer on your hands, Tony.
It shipped already. It shipped the same day you ordered them.
It shipped the same day you ordered them. So the check is in the mail, Jesse.
Listen, that's pretty impressive. Same-day shipping?
That is pretty impressive.
Same day shipping.
That is
Now,
impressive.
I will also say that, you know, one thing that there's a lot of questions out there about, you know, how much money we're making, how much we're selling, and all this kind of stuff. I'd also challenge every one of our shareholders. We have like close to 2,000, I think, right now. And if every shareholder bought or signed up for a 1-month supply of any of our products online, if every shareholder did it, we'd be cash flow positive as a company.
Cool stuff.
You know, Support us as a company. You know, don't just necessarily buy the stock. I know a lot of guys are buying our product, but if everybody was buying it, we'd be sitting pretty good.
Well, I agree. If everybody was buying it, we'd be sitting pretty good. Heck yeah. I'm on with that one. Did you have another question, Jesse? I'm just totally...
Yeah, let's go with, I think this is kind of a big one and something everybody wants to know, and let's see if we can get an answer and not a blanket statement out of Tony on this one.
Good luck.
All right, how does IDGC's deal with Bobcore and the Green Rush product line coordinate with Livewire, Apple Rush, or RushNet? And this is from Stockbroken.
Why do we keep asking Stockbroken's questions? She's well past her minimum maximum, and we just can't keep doing it over and over and over for people. But go for it, Tony.
You know, currently right now, our deal with Bobcore says that, you know, in our agreement with them is that they cannot launch any hemp-based products through anybody but us. So, you know, if they launch Green Rush, and I think they've taken the hemp out of it and decided to run it as a coffee line for them, if that's what they want to do, that's their choice. We gave them an option of potentially running it through us, and if they decide to do that, that's what we'll do. They haven't decided yet, you know, is really what it boils down to. I don't think IDGC has decided what to do yet.
Okay, that's pretty good on that. I see more questions coming through. Jason, you can check the OTC markets or some of the public postings. You should know where to go for that, and you can tell exactly who the transfer agent is. We don't need to tell you that, I don't think.
Continental stock transfers. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's on there.
I know it's on there. I know it's on there. Jason Combs wanted to know who the stock transfer agent was. I mean, we all know this. We all know. Okay, special person who wins tonight. We're going to pick the winner, and I seen one person say a vote, and it was kind of a cheater vote because it came from the same account, but that's okay because it was my vote too. I think we just lost Tony. That's okay because it was my vote too, and Stockbroken, Janet Woods. You're the MVP. That's all. Jesse, don't you agree?
I agree. I believe his wife deserves a shirt.
I do too. And we got to make sure Tony gets. I'm going to call him back there and make sure that he didn't get in trouble with the wife, and or I didn't just. I hope he got in trouble with the wife, and I didn't hang up on him. Let me put it that way. So that's the deal. Janet Woods, thank you for all the questions. And I know I was saying, oh, I had all the same questions, all these different questions from Janet. Well, it's because I wanted to get other people involved and get people going on it. And some of you did, and that's awesome. And we appreciate what we got here because we weren't exactly too good at it on this end because Tony could not get on. And since he's gone, I'm figuring he's gone. And that's that. We're just going to forget about him because I think he is in trouble. Sounds good. Janet, what you want to do to claim your prize is go to the Livewire Ergogenics page on Facebook, facebook.com/Livewire Ergogenics, and definitely put in your name, address, and telephone number, and your email, please. And make sure you like the page while you're there. But definitely, Tony will get on there and get you taken care of and get that out to you. I know there's going to be a shirt. He doesn't even know there'll be a shirt yet, but there's got to be the prize. So, bam, you're the winner. You were definitely the MVP, and we definitely appreciate all those questions and representing a little bit of what people on the board wanted to see and everything. And that's that. I just wanted to say something else about the 7-day probiotic. Jesse, what else are you thinking, man? Anything else you want to throw up here?
I want to try it. It looks really exciting, and it looks like it's really good for you. I know that some of you guys follow my Facebook and stuff. I've been trying to eat a little healthier and do the right thing, and getting away from soda has been difficult. And I've been drinking a lot of Mio water enhancer, and this sounds like it might be a little bit healthier for me, and probably tastes just as good.
For me, I drink a lot of the Propel and the Power Sport option or whatever, and like seems to me like this might replace that a little bit too, and kind of give you a different choice that's a little bit healthier. If you actually start studying probiotic and everything, you will see. Look it up on Google. Look up 7-day probiotic and stuff, and just look at the different products out there. There is a lot of products, and the Livewire one has a very high 10 billion, whatever CFM or C, I don't know what it is, but 10 billion of them. It's a pretty high dosage of the antimicronism, antiviral, probiotic stuff. And you can order it on a page. The website for that, I know they're going to have it up soon. I've been bugging about when that's going to happen. That will be soon. And other than that, I don't know what else to say. I'm going to look at some of these comments here real quick and see if there's anything else we can run through before we close out to where we just don't leave people hanging. Wifey deserves a shirt. I agree. And she got it. It's okay. Can I sell Livewire? Can you sell Livewire products through your website, ahousepainter.com? Heck yeah, you can, man. Call Jesse. Go to lwedistribution.com or go to shotsenergy.com or go to livewireenergy.com. Any of them sites there you can get on. You can just see a little bit more of the wholesale end on the LWE distribution or Shots Energy. And you can actually just get the phone number, call up, and you can sell it right on your site. Transfer agent. Anything else you know of we missed, Jesse?
No, I think that was just about it. Will this be available to view later for anyone who's missed it?
Yes, it will. And Jason, if it's not on the OTC markets, then it's going to be at the bottom of the latest filings and stuff, right on there. And you have a direct number. Ring a dingy lingy, man. Ring them up. I'm sure Tony would be glad to give you the information there. And it is right on the bottom of pretty much all their 10Ks and all that, isn't it, Jesse? No? Yes?
I believe so. And I believe they have it listed on, is it Livewire Ergogenics.com?
There you go. That's a great place to go for it.
So I know there were a couple other questions that popped up here, and like we said, we're going to do this again next week, Nathan?
Yes, and Tony actually, we're going to try to do it again next week, but with Tony not being on, he wants to do something, maybe he's able to do something during the week here. We might have one during like around hump day or so, Wednesday, Thursday, and kind of try to pick up where we left off here or what have you. And I wanted to hit up Michelle. I just got to her question. That Michelle, we did get to your question when you were at the door there and hearing the good news. And Tony answered that, and there was a good amount of time spent on that. I wish I could give you the minute mark timestamp, but I don't think so. And yes, it would have been cool to hear a lot more questions and everything, but Stock, you took over and you helped us out in a huge way, and we really appreciate all the questions. That was awesome. Gary, just logging in, what is happening? Gary, you missed the cutoff for Tony, though. He's gone, and I really can't answer that. I can just say that 7-day probiotics are where it's at. The 7-day probiotics are awesome, and you'll see a review of the product on my channel here very soon, on my other channel, Cereal Marshmallows, and I'm going to put one on this channel also. And there'll be a lot of different cannabis-type related content on this channel. In fact, we have a possible seat at the Cannabis Cup in the edibles category in Amsterdam, and I believe it's November. We were trying to get it set up for the one in Seattle, but my buddy with this site wasn't able to get everything set up at the same time. So we will be there in the Amsterdam Cannabis Cup this year in November. That's all I got to say. I'm going to refresh, make sure I didn't miss anything. Jesse, anything you want to add in closing here, man? Because that's that.
No, I don't really have anything to add except that I will call Tony and make sure he figures out how to accept the Hangout button. before we do this again. And I apologize to everybody that it didn't go quite as expected. But thank you for everyone who did ask some questions, and I hope we got some answers out there. And let's get some more questions and answers out there for next time.
That's awesome. And anybody who wants to be a part, you don't have to. I bought this for $19.99 at Walmart.
Could you buy a better one for next week?
I'm going to do that. That's about what I was ready to say. I think you could get by with a really good set of headphones and just use the mic in your laptop. Basically, you just don't want to get the echo. And actually, before I go, just to where I know for sure, Jessica, can you tell me if this thing actually is bad?
Oh, God.
See, you can hear me. I can hear you perfect right now. Can you hear me?
So now it works.
Now it works perfect. It's awesome. It's all working perfect. Okay, you know what it was? Is I think on part of it there for the sound, Facebook was open. And so I've got a problem with my sound card in Facebook, and it was making static every time. Who knows? And I was all stuck on trying to help Tony get in that thing, and I thought I was doing, oh, God, what a mess this was. But it was fun. Okay, cool. Well, that's all I know. Jesse, dude, this is awesome. I'm glad we got this working. And everybody else, thank you very much. I'm done. Unless you got something else to say, man, I'm out of here.
No, let's do it. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay, make sure and add us on. You can add Cannabis Strainer. Look it up on Facebook and add Livewire Ergogenics. There will be more cannabis-related stuff on this page. Subscribe here on YouTube and make sure and subscribe to Cereal Marshmallows as well. And go to Livewire Ergogenics to check out any of the stuff Tony was talking about. And if you go to livewireenergy.com, on there you can actually buy the probiotics and buy all kinds of other stuff. Thanks for watching. Have a great day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are. LVVV is the ticker for Livewire. APRU is the ticker for Apple Rush. RSHN is the ticker for Rush. IA is the ticker for Adia. I highly suggest that you do some research for the LVVV ticker. And I guess if I was to have to pick a second out of that one, people should check out the APRU ticker and do some research.
No way.
Thanks for watching.
No way.
No way. See, I didn't know if I wanted to. You got reverse split. That's just the way I believe on that stock, and I'm not going to change what I believe on it because I believe it's. We'll see, but it needs to be researched and watched. Something's happening around here, and this umbrella of companies is going to do good in the long term, in my opinion, and that's why I'm here and why I'm not selling. Thanks for watching, Jesse. Have fun, man.